This moment for this program is what everybody's used to. So what is it for you?
Yeah, I mean it's a huge moment for us, and to be able to host. It's my first time being able to host a Super since I've been here. The year before I got here, they were able to host a Super, and it's something I've looked forward to doing my entire career here, and I'm happy to do it in this year. So yeah.
What do you know about Florida State?
Good starting pitching, but got some low slot lefties coming at us. But I think we just kind of faced a guy over Iowa, Cade Obenmueller, similar type of arms that we'll see, and we handled him well. So I'm excited for this weekend, what it has to hold.
How gratifying, or I don't know what the word is it for you to watch TC do what he did in that regional after the season that he's had, and all your guys kind of talks behind the scenes?
For sure, it's not surprising to me. It's what he's capable of doing, and yeah, I mean it's really cool to see a kid go through something and be able to come back out of it. It shows a lot more than I think people realize, because a lot of kids will go down in the dumps and kind of stay down there for good, and then that's their career. So I think with him being able to come out like he did shows a lot about what he's capable of doing.
You gave some insight into what it's like when he's at home in a slump. I can't even imagine what it's like when he's at home last week. What does that look like when he's walking around all jazzed?
Luckily, what I like to see is the same guy, honestly. So I think he's here actually hitting right now. I saw his car.
We talked to him a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So which is good, because this weekend's a new weekend. Just because he had a good weekend last weekend. There's a good quote from some professional athlete, but it's the saying that there's a chance of something happening every time you get up to bat. So there's a chance of you going 0 for 4 that day, and there's a chance of you hitting 4 home runs that day. So I like that quote, knowing that, hey, this is a new weekend, so we got to reset and stay even, and I think he's in a good spot right now.
Is that something you'll tell him?
Yeah, for sure. Well, we talk about everything from that sense, yeah.
What gave you guys the confidence to come back the way you did in all 4 games after Friday, man, to get it right?
Yeah, I think it's just knowing who we are. We've had a lot of hiccups throughout the season. I said in the interview post-game after we lost that it's kind of like a bow and arrow effect. But I think we know what we're capable of. We kind of knew how we got beat, and we just adjusted from there and said we're not going to get beat that way again. So.
Have you been around many hitters who are just more like surely confident than Trent when he's right and when he's rolling? Like we can kind of see it just him standing right here.
Yeah, he's got this flow to him that not a lot of guys have, and but no, I haven't seen a lot of hitters like that, and I take note of that personally as well, because you can learn something from everyone, and yeah, I take note of that with Trent and how he goes about his work and how good he is, and, just being the SoCal kid that he is. So yeah.
You mentioned you had talked to Baz after you broke his home run record. Did you hear from Mike Conforto after you broke his RBI?
No, didn't hear from Conforto. I've never talked to him, no relationship with him, but hopefully one day I get to bust him a little bit about that. So that'd be cool. Yeah.
That kind of got lost in the shuffle with the loss, but what did that mean to you now? With some time away from it.
Yeah, it's something that's going to be in the books forever until someone else beats it. But I was looking at the records the other day in the Players Lounge, and knowing that my name's going to be up there is a blessing and something I don't really take lightly. And just goes to show like how many great players and people were here before me as well, and the fact that I get to put my name up on that board is out of this world. Grateful for that. So yeah.
Are you keeping tabs on other ones you might be able to?
I have no clue. I have no clue. Yeah, that's Hank's job.
Don't expect to do it.
Yeah, I know.
As good as your pitching was this, the last 4 days in particular, is there any performance that stuck out for you that sparkled over any other?
I like Kramer a lot.
Yeah.
I know what he's capable of. I know what his stuff looks like in the box. So when he's rolling like he's rolling, it's pretty hard to hit. I really like Kramer, and I think Whitney. And you can't not think about Whitney. And that guy's the most dominant pitcher I've been able to play behind, I think, in all my career here at Oregon State, and he's only a freshman. So that being said, that kid's got a crazy future ahead of him here at Oregon State.
When you say dominant about Dax, is that just sheer stuff? Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, sheer stuff. Like, I've told Dax multiple times, like, hey, your stuff is literally better than these guys in the box. So just go get ahead and challenge them to hit it, because guess what? They're not. I don't care if you tell them what's coming. I'm not hitting it. No one's hitting it, Dax. Like, you're good. So him knowing that is huge. But yeah, sheer stuff is just dominant from Dax.
Typically, when a team loses the opener of a series, it's a death blow, and in particular because of the pitching. What does it say about your staff and the makeup of these guys that you were able to rebound so dominantly?
Yeah, I was telling some guys at breakfast this morning that, like, I think we just showed the whole country that we have the arms to do it. So we have the arms to really make a real run here, and I think that's huge when you're trying to do something like win a national championship. So I think that's kind of what we showed this weekend.
You mentioned it yourself, but left-handed pitching has been a bugaboo at times this year. You guys crushed it this weekend with Florida State bringing 3 lefty starters in. What do you kind of take away from past experiences and translate it to this week?
Yeah, just adjust off of what we felt at and know what we're good at and kind of stick to our plan at the plate. So it's really, that's all it is. It's you versus you in the box. So if each hitter knows that and can go and we have a common goal in mind and execute that common goal, I think that's our best case scenario, best bet of moving forward with this.
Well, thanks, Gavin.
Thanks, Gavin.